For over 50 years, Crane Rental Corporation has been successfully solving heavy hauling and rigging needs across America, all the while adhering to its safety culture. Their EMR ratings prove it. Crane Rental boasts a .63 EMR rating, which is well below the industry standard. In early 2012, Crane Rental Corporation embarked on a grand-scale task. A nationally recognized contractor was constructing a new 3-on-1 plant at an existing energy facility in North Carolina. This new 920 megawatts natural gas-fueled combined cycle facility, along with the corresponding natural gas pipeline extension, is expected to begin commercial operation early in 2013. The plant will be a state-of-the-art facility. 5 dual-fueled combustion turbines at the existing energy complex will approach a total generation capacity for this site of 1,800 megawatts. Crane Rental Corporation was contracted. The job required the company to transport and rough-set the power-generating equipment. The first piece was a 377,000-pound steam turbine. The dimensions, 17 feet in length by 10 feet tall by 10 feet wide. The second piece of equipment was an 5,480-pound steam turbine generator, 39 feet long by 17 feet wide by 16 feet tall. As if that weren't challenge enough, the 42-foot high foundation on which these pieces were to be set was surrounded by a 35-foot tall steel structure. The use of a large crane on such a congested job site was out of the question and out of the budget for the client. Crane Rental Corporation needed to find a solution that would park this extremely heavy load into such a confined area. The perfect solution for this predicament was Crane Rental's ALT, Alternative Lifting Tower System. This system consists of 4 Interpack 138-ton strand jacks and a 750-ton jack and slide system, which was placed on top of 6 I-beams that were used with a J&R Engineering 500-ton gantry system. These lifting parts were placed on top of 12 20-foot tower crane sections from Crane Rental's tower crane inventory. The task began by using the strand jacks to lift the power equipment high enough to clear the 40-foot high foundation. The jack and slide system provided fine movement of the load for lateral movement. The J&R Engineering 500-ton gantry was used for longitudinal movement of the power equipment after the load was hoisted by the strand jacks. That part of the job accomplished. Next, they had to bridge the gantry track across the steel structure surrounding the foundation. This structure was not designed to handle this type of load and could not be used for support. Crane Rental worked with 2DM Associates and McLaren Engineering to design a bridge spanning 40 feet made out of 6 heavy-duty I-beams. Each weighed 18,400 pounds and measured 50 feet in length. The beams had to bear the weight as the load traveled on the ALT system. No weight could be placed on the steel frame surrounding the foundation. From its original lift point to its final position, the steam turbine needed to travel 150 feet. Crane Rental needed 400 feet of gantry track with which to make dual 200-foot-long paths on which the gantries would travel. There was a difference in the elevations of the I-beams on the length of the track. Because they had to bridge the structure surrounding the 40-foot foundation with large I-beams, steel stools were needed to compensate. A total of 66 250-ton stools were employed. CRC had to protect the foundation of the pedestal with plywood and used over 600 pieces of oak cribbing for the final elevation match and shimming of the gantry track runway. The power equipment was stored at a laydown yard a quarter-mile from the turbine deck on I-beams laid on top of 8 250-ton metal stools. Crane Rental used their 15-line self-propelled Goldhofer trailer under the power equipment. Once there, the trailer rose up, thereby lifting the I-beams and the power equipment off of the stools. It was then all moved from the laydown yard to the job site. The steam turbine was the first to go, since it was the furthest back on the foundation, followed by the generator. Both pieces were transported flawlessly. High-performance polyester round slings supplied by United Rigging, along with Crosby 125-ton wide body shackles, were attached to the steam turbine once it got to the ALT system. Strand jacks lifted the turbine up to the gantry beams. At this point, the gantry system had to lift the turbine another 7 feet to clear a handrail on the steel structure. The gantry system slowly moved the turbine to its final destination. Now, it was time for the ALT to be reconfigured before the steam turbine generator lift. The strand jack support beams had to be reconfigured in order to lift the 400-ton generator. A Grove GMK 5240 hydraulic truck crane was the perfect choice for that reconfiguration. That done, the steam turbine generator was brought in by the 15-line self-propelled Goldhofer. The Goldhofer was then moved out from under the generator. The final steps were then taken to complete this complex challenge. The strand jacks lifted the generator to the bottom of the crossbeams. The gantry system lifted the generator high enough to go over the handrails, and finally, the generator was moved back to its final resting position. Another monumental job, perfectly executed by Crane Rental, and with an exceptional dedication to safety, as proven by their .63 EMR rating. Make a new state-of-the-art gas plant a reality? Not a problem. And do it safely? Absolutely. Mission accomplished. This successful mission depended on Crane Rental implementing the following elements every step of the way to ensure a safe and successful project. Daily safety meetings, job site safety analysis for each activity, engineered lift plans, engineered matting plans, personnel platform lift plans, personnel platform exit plans, a detailed fall protection program, no subcontractors, no accidents, no injuries, no property damage, a .63 EMR. This is Crane Rental Corporation. Thank you for your consideration.